A lot of ladies are complaining about getting ghosted, getting curved. They don't know what men want. But you got to understand, a lot of men now are confused. Why are they confused? Because you're sending them mixed signals. Like you say, I want a man that makes six figures. Now, if he doesn't make six figures, why should he approach you? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to work, right? Or you want a man with no kids. Okay, that's cool. So if he has kids, then it's not gonna work, right? Then also, you'll say, like, I got my own money, I don't need a man. But then you say, I want him to pay for dinner or lunch for the date, right? Or I want him to pay for the vacation. But you turn around and say, I'm independent, I don't need no man. So you may interpret it the way you want, but we interpret it like, oh, word? So why you expect me to do this thing? Like, it's a tone, it's a vibration. You know, it's not like, it doesn't feel like we're gonna work together when you talk like that. It does not feel like that. No matter what you say, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's you against me. And in a relationship, one of the first things we got to realize is we're a team. It's not you against me. You know, that's very serious. It's very important. Think about that. It is not you against me or me against you. It's us working together as a team. Okay, so it's just mixed signals. You know, like, oh, I dress, you know, real nice, and you know what I'm saying. But then, how come he ain't coming for me? Well, a lot of men like that look, you know, that sexy look, but maybe you don't look like your marriage material, you know? Marriage material would probably be a more conservative look for most men. You know, some men like to show off the sexiness of their woman, but most men, you know, keep it conservative. Don't worry about my woman. Just leave her over there with me and her doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? Not hiding her, but like, you know what Ludacris said. I want a lady in the streets, right? You know what I'm saying? But in the bed, you know what I'm saying? So that's all. It's like a lot of mixed signals, you know, especially about the independent thing, because definitely we have to become interdependent, not independent. We have to both rely on each other. You could have your own thing, he could have his own thing, but for the most part, we're working together. What affects me affects you. What affects you affects me. You know what I'm saying? If I take the bill, or if I take the bill money, right? I'm sweaty. I'm out here in Florida. I gotta hurry up, Lord. I'm getting a nice tan though. But anyway, if I take the rent or the mortgage money or the tax money and I gamble it or I spend it on something, it's gonna affect you. If I take the food money and do something with it, it's gonna affect you. And if you do something with any of the money, any of the bill money, whatever, it's gonna affect me, right? Even if we get a cheap hotel, it's gonna affect us. If we get a cheap, you know, cruise line, the cruise, you know, if we're on the wrong deck, the bottom deck or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, what we do this for? We could have just took a plane to the beach somewhere, you know, St. Thomas or something. But why are we going low class? You know, so we gotta make decisions together. Right? So that's why a lot of men are confused. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all want? You know what I'm saying? And if you want what you want, that's fine. But don't settle and then complain. Never settle. All right? But don't complain. All right. That's it. That's what I wanted to say. Because a lot of men really are confused out here. A lot don't want the ratchet. And a lot of people out there trying to look like these little female rappers out here. Most men really don't want that. They might want to touch it, but they don't want to commit to it. Get me? Feel me? And most of us just want a nice, sweet young lady we can work with. You know, most of us, us good men. Us good men. I speak for the good men. All right? Kamal Amani. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, my God. I got to get some cold shower. AC. Peace.